Anything for you, Arisen. Off I go.
Feel eyes on my back, watching me.
Wonder if there's any... Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Dull. Can't complain, mate.
I must be vigilant.
I don't know what to do.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Seems my feet. This looks as good a place as any.
I don't tell half as many lies as
If I could, I'd never leave.
All my days were so
What's life without a bit of fun?
Wish me at the vanguard, by your will.
Anywhere's better than the middle of the town.
Nice place, this.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
'Tis our duty to see this peace.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
This place.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you...
Oh, I could use a rest.
The best quality a soldier can have.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
gear for tomorrow.
What?
Have you come to release me from this jail? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosity? I suspected as much.
Can't wait for your
Exhausting day it's been.
This might contain useful information.
Arms for the poor.
Let me alone. I'm not out.
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen. Oh, just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The fellow Drake ought to, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. If our prayers are not cute, what?
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
What teachings might salve the people?
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Good day, sir.
My prayers will surely be rewarded.
Wickedness has
If
no
our
hope.
prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets.
All is lost.
I'd sooner be home.
This place offers a view of the sea.
Best be heading home.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
What? Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Now this
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
now, listen.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and
They say the Sovereign was bathed in the dragon's filth, and yet he draws breath. Watch, I do hope His Majesty shall recover soon. Mayhap he'll...
Why, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said ought.
Interested in my wares? Go on, have a look. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
well, Housing was enough to scratch the itch in my case.
Too quiet here for my liking. I only polished it this morning.
These old bones grow weary.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Bring you meeting as an adventure in the Isle.
Oh, is everyone all...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful, from the pains he took to remain on scene. 'Tis plain that Allard wished. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that.
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
Would seem we've a need to visit the palace.
We're off to Vernworth Palace then. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's...
Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider... Sound appealing? Then come on,
Follow me! Methinks I know where that individual is to be found. I know where that person can be found, Master. This way. So, we finally arrived.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live? Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours for a full week at no charge. What a steal.
Right you are. Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again. Onward to Vernworth Castle. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow. I cannot help but be wary after all I've seen.
My sword arm could use some work. Happiness is in full swing.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
There's a waste of time. No one's listening.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like. All seems well here.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get...
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, You are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is...
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Quiet at last.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this.
Nothing wrong with filching for survival.
The rules at your neck.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to good use.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem, congratulations. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's... Or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so. Very well. Praying for... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but I am afraid... Would Your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origin? Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to...
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Telly's. Her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
fancy a look at my wares?
Sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.